Hello my wonderful people, I greet you all according to una time. As e dey hot na so we dey bring am here my people. Dem don still expose una ipa again o. No be small matter dey go on right now. Senate expose Tinubu ignorant my people. No be small thing dey go on. I no wan talk too much for this video. Make una watch this analysis, then una go understand wetin dey go on right now. Tinubu removal na 100%. Nothing go stop am. And Tinubu judiciary go remove you and nothing go happen. No be the one wey all your supporters dey talk. You no get that country. You no get that country. No be your family get am wey you go say yes, say na so this one na so. Nothing go happen if they remove Tinubu today. Nothing. Na match all of them dey. Make una watch this video.
Now we all know that the delegation that Tinubu sent to the military in Niger, Abdusalam Abubakar and the Sultan of Sokoto, failed woefully to convince the military to step down. And after that, Tinubu formally sent a letter to notify the National Assembly that he was going to attack Niger, that he was going to use military action. Now, the senators unanimously rejected that move. But it was not merely rejecting the move that exposed Tinubu. It was the things they said, the reasons they gave while rejecting the move that totally exposed Tinubu. But before I show you how they said it, let me quickly discuss this trending news. Now, there are reports flying around the media that these men on your screen, these four men, are doing everything possible to influence the judgment of the tribunal. Yes, of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal in such a way that all the cases made against Tinubu and INEC and APC will be of no effect, and Tinubu will be pronounced the lawful winner of the 2023 presidential election by the court. Yes, Obedience exposed this to truncate that move, and Chief Dele Momodu, a stakeholder, was speaking with Channels TV on the state of the affairs of the nation. And he had this to say about the judgment of the tribunal judges, the minimum requirement from them. He pointed out that some things are for professionals to decide, but there are things that even the lowest person amongst us can clearly see and knows what the verdict ought to be, like the issue of 25% in the FCT. Listen to Dele Momodu speak with Sheun Okinbaloye on the tribunal judgment.
Confuse themselves, not me. 25% in FCT is compulsory. So neither Atiku nor Tinubu had 25%. So on that basis, it means that they fell short of the requirements. So you can see how objective I am now. I hope you are following me.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that for me is the first basis. The other are the issues that they've raised against Tinubu. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, so I'm not competent to speak about them. So I believe that on the basis of that, the election is inconclusive. That is my belief. And they should go for it. If I'm a judge, that's the way I would look at it. That, okay, Peter will be at 25% in FCT. If they don't have enough spread in 2/3 of 36 states, Tinubu did not have FCT like my principal Atiku, so that renders the whole thing inconclusive, and then the judgment should be clear on that. The other is to disqualify one of the candidates based on other. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't want to be seen to be disparaging anyone. They are all my friends, all of them. Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, Kwankwaso. They will be together forever. So I don't want to disparage anybody, but I'm giving you the legal basis upon which the judges will now have to react, give their judgment.
I was actually correct. All the three leading candidates had 12 states each. It was only Kwankwaso that had one. 11 plus the FCT.
All the leading candidates had 12 each.
So plus the FCT. Yeah.
Is that enough to declare someone a winner?
The spread in this sense.
You are a lawyer.
No. You know, but you have to have a spread in 2/3 of the state.
You must have about 24 states to yourself.
Wow, what a strong position. And that was Chief Dele Momodu there. And if you listen to the whole interview, he was saying, for peace to reign, the tribunal should not consider ruling that someone who didn't score 25% in the FCT is the winner of a presidential election in Nigeria, because our constitution clearly states otherwise. And he said this is not about being a lawyer. He said this is purely a mathematical issue and an issue that borders on simple understanding of English language. 25% in 2/3 of 36 states and FCT. You calculate them. Tinubu did not get 25% in the FCT. Simple. And he urged the judiciary not to give young people of Nigeria basis for intense agitation. Now, let me show you how the Senate exposed Tinubu while rejecting his idea of using military action in Niger Republic. Look at how the papers put it. Niger coup. Nigerian senators reject Tinubu's request for troops deployment. Senators have rejected the request by President Bola Tinubu for permission to deploy Nigerian troops to Niger Republic as part of an ECOWAS force to reinstate the democratically elected president of the country. Following the refusal of the coup leaders to backtrack, West African defense chief said had drawn a plan for military action, as part of which President Tinubu wrote the Senate for permission to involve Nigerian troops in the action. However, at an executive session on Saturday, the senators rejected the request by the president. According to a senator who attended the meeting, senators agreed to pass a resolution condemning the coup and to commend ECOWAS leaders on their efforts to restore constitutional order in Niger, but they ruled out military options. Now listen to the part where they exposed him. Senators opposed to military action pointed out that our military is highly ill-equipped and not prepared to fight any war. They said that we have fragile peace in Nigeria and that Niger is the highest arms market in Africa. Now, under normal circumstances, the information contained in this very last paragraph should be known to a president. That the Nigerian military is highly ill-equipped and not prepared to fight any war should be known to the president of Nigeria. The president, who is the commander-in-chief of armed forces, should be the one telling the senators the position of the military. But here, it is the other way around. That is incompetence. Even you, who is watching this video, is aware that the Nigerian military is not in the right shape for a war right now. But Tinubu does not know. Now, let's see how Nigerians reacted to that move by the Senate to reject the invasion of Niger. This tweet says, "That's a welcome development. I think this is the best decision the Senate has made in quite some time now. Deployment of the Nigerian troops into an independent country without any significant reason is dangerous to the peace and quiet we currently enjoy between African countries." This makes a lot of sense. And this one said, they have money to prepare soldiers for war at the neighboring country, but they don't have money to feed the poor in their own country. Oh, what a shame. This tweet says, "Please, sir, face the economic crisis in our country rather than start war that will devastate many things." Oh, and this one said, "Why can't Tinubu stop bandits and terrorists first before thinking of sending soldiers to invade Niger?" Ask me now. If you ask me, who I go ask? Have you now seen that Nigeria is in trouble if the judiciary does not do the right thing? Now it make us they shout all eyes on the judiciary. When I don't see everything where they happen back. It is time for you to play your own role in the rescue of your country, Nigeria, that has given you so much. And we are not even asking you for a favor. We are saying there is a case before you. Ample evidence have been provided. Pass judgment according to the dictates of the Constitution and of the electoral regulations and guidelines without fear and without favour. And we eagerly anticipate the day wey una go pass dis judgement for the good of those of us wey dey dis country now and for the